You are walking through a Swiss town on a hot day when you notice an old stone fountain pouring out clear, cold water. Can you really fill your bottle for free? In many places, yes. But there is one important detail. Not every object that looks like a fountain is meant for drinking. Switzerland is famous for its public fountains. Zurich alone has around 200, and the city says water from its public fountains is drinking water. Some are connected to the normal city supply, while hundreds receive water from a separate spring water network. That sounds simple, but tourists often make one of two mistakes. Some assume every fountain contains pure alpine spring water. Others become so cautious that they buy bottled water while standing next to a perfectly good public drinking fountain. The truth is more interesting. A traditional Swiss street fountain is usually easy to recognize. It often has a stone or metal basin and a clear stream flowing directly from a spout. In many towns, that spout is connected to a carefully managed public water system. The water may come from springs, groundwater, treated lake water, or the normal municipal network. It is not always untouched mountain water flowing straight from a glacier. What matters is that it is approved and managed as drinking water. But a decorative water feature is different. Modern splash fountains, hotel decorations, garden ponds, and water jets in public squares may use pumps that circulate the same water again and again. Their purpose is to look attractive or cool the area. They are not automatically drinking water sources. So how do you know whether a fountain is safe? Start with the warning sign. In German-speaking areas, look for kein Trinkwasser. In French-speaking areas, you may see eau non potable. In Italian-speaking areas, the warning may say acqua non potabile. All three mean the same thing. The water is not meant for drinking. The reason may vary. It could be untreated water, recirculated water, a temporary quality problem, or a source that is not regularly checked as drinking water. You do not need to work out the exact reason. When you see a warning, do not drink it. When there is no warning, look at the type of fountain. A normal public street fountain with water flowing directly from a clear spout is often intended for drinking. Use the fresh stream from the spout, not the water sitting in the basin. The basin is open to the environment. Birds may bathe in it. Dogs may drink from it. Leaves, coins, and dirt can fall inside. The water coming straight from the outlet is the part you want. Use common sense too. If the fountain is damaged, the flow is stagnant, the water smells strange, or maintenance work is taking place, choose another source. You should also be more careful in remote areas. A pipe beside a hiking trail or a livestock trough in the mountains may look clean and refreshing, but clear water is not automatically safe. It can come from an untreated source and may be affected by animals, rainfall, or agricultural runoff. Follow the sign at that specific location. When no reliable information is available and you are unsure, do not drink it. Now comes the bigger question. Why does Switzerland have so many fountains in the first place? Long before every home had its own tap, public fountains were essential infrastructure. Families carried water home for drinking, cooking, cleaning, and washing. Farmers brought animals to the troughs. Towns also needed accessible water when fires broke out. A fountain was not simply something beautiful in the middle of a square. It was one of the places that kept the town alive. Because people visited it every day, it also became a natural meeting point. Neighbors exchanged news while filling buckets. Travelers stopped to drink. Animals rested nearby. You could call it the medieval version of the neighborhood water cooler. As towns became wealthier, the fountains became more elaborate. A basic outlet and basin could be transformed into carved stone, painted figures, decorated columns, and statues. Towns used them to display local stories, religious figures, military heroes, wealth, and civic pride. Bern's famous Renaissance fountains are a clear example. Their colorful figures are now major landmarks, but the fountains were also part of the city's practical water supply. Modern plumbing eventually brought water directly into homes. The public fountain was no longer the main place where every family collected water. But Switzerland did not simply remove them. Many had become part of the streets and part of local identity. They continued to decorate public spaces, preserve history, and provide useful water to residents and visitors. Today, a traditional Swiss fountain can serve several purposes at once. It can be a historic monument, It can be a free bottle refill point. It can help people during hot weather. It can reduce the need for single-use plastic bottles. And in some cities, a separate spring water network can provide an additional source if the normal water system is disrupted. That is what makes these fountains special. They are not museum pieces that have lost their purpose. Many are still working parts of everyday life. The safest rule is simple: read the sign. Choose a traditional public fountain with water flowing directly from a proper spout. Drink from the spout, not the basin. Be cautious with decorative features, private fountains, remote pipes, and livestock troughs. And when you are unsure, skip it. The next time you see a Swiss fountain, do not just photograph it. Look at the spout, check for a warning, and if it is approved for drinking, fill your bottle. You will not only be getting free water, you will be using a small piece of public infrastructure that has served Swiss towns for generations.